What's up? I'm Cleary. We're gonna look at some shorts I found.
When did Pearl Harbor take place?
Ooh, 1960.
Oh no, it is not, you dumb
I feel like
fuck.
it's somewhere in the 80s.
Nope.
1914 or something.
1914?
Yeah, that's something with World War One.
World War II. If you
I will
switched-
say it is actually kind of surprising that I feel like I'm not gonna say like it's fucking common knowledge like 1+1 or something, but you know what? I'm gonna get to
four
that.
in the
Hold on.
one? You're right. It's 1941.
Oh, so
Where's
close.
Pearl Harbor located?
Is it okay? It's either off the coast of Florida or Hawaii-ish. I'm gonna go Florida.
Yep,
Do you know
definitely
who
Florida.
attacked Pearl Harbor?
I'm not. I'm done.
The
What a
attack on Pearl
shame.
Harbor. When did that take place?
December 7th, 1941,
There you go. Where is Pearl
Okay.
Harbor located?
Okay.
Hawaii.
Okay. And who attacked us at Pearl Harbor?
The Japanese.
Why is
Oh,
it
we got
important
it.
to know about Pearl Harbor and what happened.
It started American involvement in World War II.
Okay, I hate these types of videos so fucking much. I hate them. I used to actually watch a channel that did this shit. Where, you know, they would fucking walk around asking people, like, basic questions about the world or the U.S. or whatever. No, I swear to God, these guys end up interviewing, like, 40 different people, and they just take the worst of the worst and make it into a fucking video and act like, oh, yeah, see, this group of people, all these people are dumb fucks. College students, they don't even know, like, what fucking Pearl Harbor is. This is fucking pathetic. And, of course, I don't know if they're trying to say something with the fact that it was all girls at first, and it was only the guy that knew. But, yeah, they definitely went through a lot of people to get those wrong answers, because that's super common knowledge. I'm not entirely sure what they're getting at exactly. Like maybe, Americans are true, patriots nowadays. You know, they're all fucking pathetic, worthless, fucking woke, college students or whatever. It's fucking dumb. It's dumb. I hate this style of video.
I'm not going to modify basic biology because it threatens your subjective sense of what you are.
This is an old video.
Okay, but you're still saying these kids should not be accepted because they don't really fit into either place. They can't just
I'm saying that the Boy Scouts have a standard. You must be a biological boy to be a Boy Scout. You have to be a boy to be a Boy Scout.
What's that written though?
In the name Boy Scouts.
Nice, man. Fucking what known. I hate. Do conservatives still use that argument? Like, oh, you're ignoring basic biology or whatever. It's not about biology. It's about like fucking gender rules. It's about how people like act in society. It will look and act in society. If there are liberals out there like trying to argue that like trans women are biological fucking women, that's obviously ridiculous. I don't like. What else is there to say about it? Yeah. So I feel like it's just like the ultimate fucking trans straw man, but that's just me.
I don't get this Sam Smith thing. It just seems like every week he deliberately...
They.
Why is one person they?
Because that's how they identify.
Why have I got to go along with it?
Because they've asked you to.
Sam Smith, to me, he's just on an ever-deteriorating campaign to be as vulgar and offensive as he possibly can.
I have no idea who that is, by the way.
He's doing what pop stars have done for decades.
Pop star, I guess.
Which is trying to shock. And the thing that makes it different from other people is that when Justin Timberlake or Rihanna or someone stripped down, they do so because they look good, like their bodies look good. Sam Smith is like pudgy and very ugly.
You know what? You're both cis.
Low blow, dude.
And you can carry on.
I'm not a
being-
cis anything.
First of all,
Well, I mean,
I am white. Secondly,
yeah,
I
that's
am
true.
a man.
Yeah, okay.
Thirdly, I've been out and gay my entire
Oh,
life.
that's a bad look.
I was out
That's
and
a bad
gay,
fucking
you were
look.
Still prancing around talking about whether or not you were.
You're a
Gentlemen,
shame to the queer.
you know what? I tell you who's really embarrassing.
I'm not a member of the
themselves.
queer
I'm working here.
community,
I'm
you
working hard.
stupid sod.
Okay, so that whole thing. I'm gonna start with the fucking pronoun shit. So pronouns, you should respect them. It's super fucking easy. It doesn't like take anything unless someone wants you to call them something absolutely fucking ridiculous. Just like you have no reason not to fucking just like use the pronouns they want. Like, who cares? It's really not an inconvenience to you. I mean, maybe. I had a coworker that did use they them, and it was actually a bit of a struggle to fucking remember at first to call them they them. We're just so fucking used to like well, I mean, feminine looking people, fucking she her, fucking masculine people, he him. You know, it's a weird transition, but it's possible. It's not the worst thing in the world. And like it's just like I feel like it's just common decency, honestly. Secondly, the queer community thing. I mean, I feel like the queer community is more or less just an umbrella for types of people, not like specific people, if that makes sense. Like that's how I've always thought of it, I guess. So like technically you would be in the a queer community, but like I guess you don't associate with them. whatever. I'm nitpicking there. I don't really care. Like, if he doesn't want to be part of the LGBTQ shit, then that's fine. Like, I don't care. He doesn't have to be or anything. So whatever. Next one.
Makes sense to me because I don't like people telling me what to do, and I always just like, it's your body. Who the am I to tell you what to do?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
your body. So that always made sense. All right. However, I still think you're killing a baby. See? That's where it gets weird. Now,
Yeah.
it would be like if I was making a cake and I poured some batter in a pan and I put it in the oven, and then 5 minutes later you came by and you grabbed the pan, you threw it across the floor, and I went, what the f***, you just ruined my birthday cake? And then you were like, well, that wasn't a cake yet. It's like, well, it would have been. If you didn't do what you just did, there would have been a cake in 50 minutes. Something happened to that cake, you cake murdering son of a
He's the best. Have you
No,
seen
he's
the
fucking
routine he
hilarious.
did on,
I can't actually remember his fucking name. Oh my god, Bill Burr. Right? Yeah, Bill Burr's fucking hilarious. I think that's fair, dude. As long as you're like cool with other people being able to fucking get abortions, but you still like, if you have a weird feeling about it, that's cool. I get it, because it's hard not to like look at that big ass fucking Billy on a woman and be like, there's a baby in there. But you have to respect the fact that like we shouldn't put the potential life before the actual life. The woman should be so much more valuable to us than the potential being that's growing inside of her. That should just go without saying. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, I don't fault Bill Burr for like saying. I've always said that like if I got a girl pregnant, it'll be really really hard for me not to think of that as like my baby. Like, as soon as I fucking found out, like, oh, she tells me she's fucking pregnant, and like, I'd be like, shit, that's my fucking kid in there. Holy crap! Like, I would already start thinking about it. Probably, I guess I've never been in this situation. I would, I feel like I would automatically start thinking of it in terms of like my baby. That is my child. That is like a person I created. It'd be hard for me to shake, but I don't know, dude. I'm fine with Bill Burr's stance overall. Ben Shapiro, he's a little more spicy when it comes to the abortion shit. So yeah.
I just took my kids to the dentist, and I'm sitting there filling out all the paperwork, which for all my kids, it's a lot. And on the relationship to patient, I'm putting parent for each and every one. They're looking through it, and they say, well, can you just write mom on this line? And I say, oh, I'm non-binary. They look at me like, and then say, well, can you just write mom on the paper? And I said, I'm non-binary. I don't use mom. I'm a parent. That's what I call myself.
We're getting into yikes territory.
Rolled her eyes at me, looked the other way.
I don't
just
fucking
walked off.
I don't blame her.
That we live in. Why is this so complicated?
It's one thing to say I identify as non-binary and to just like take on the burden of that yourself, but to bestow the burden on other people is just a little annoying to me.
Let's be careful with that. Let's be careful. So I already talked about the fact that I think it's almost like a common courtesy thing to use people's proper pronouns. If it has to do with fucking like official paperwork and shit, and there's no like non-binary option, just get over yourself. Just fucking get over yourself. Don't make a fucking scene about it. Just do what, yeah, just put mom on the fucking paperwork. It is so much easier than like creating this whole fucking ordeal over like essentially nothing.
Like if she asks you to put mom on it, write what needs to be written so that this woman can do her job, hand her the papers back and go about your day. But instead, they want other people to take on the burden of...
Yeah, so yeah, having that worker or like, yeah, trying to like expect the business or like getting upset because the business doesn't have an option for, you know, like non-binary people or whatever is like, yeah, you should never fucking act like that woman when it comes to, or sorry, them. Oh, not that woman. I did it. Fuck. You should never act like they did in that situation. But if you're just like a friend or a coworker of that individual, then you should definitely use they them. Like it's so easy. It's so simple. Like why the fuck wouldn't you?
Would you date a police officer?
No, the pigs, because
Ooh.
the institution they support is inherently racist and profiles Black and brown Americans especially, throws them into jail, which is a continuation of the slave trade essentially. People
That's an interesting one.
Less than minimum wage, making pennies and dimes, and it's unfair, and that's what you contribute to if you're a cop.
My question to you is, I disagree with you on...
Yeah, I bet you do,
what?
white boy.
Nice.
That's a bit racist.
Oh my god, no, you're one of those. How can you be racist?
Dude, this is the type of fucking person that makes me think maybe I should be a Democrat. I don't know.
No, I don't, because you've never experienced racism in history.
He just did right then.
Yeah.
He said white boy. Oh,
Yeah.
stupidity. Oh, the stupidity. Also, I love when it's like, oh my god, jail is just like the slave trade, except for, you know, slaves were not criminal and were innocent people who were forced into slavery.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you look at the two, there's obviously a difference. Okay, so like across the fucking country in the 1800s, what, like 1700s, 1800s, like it ended around like what, 1860? Well, that's when the Civil War ended. I don't know when the Emancipation Proclamation was, but anyway, yeah. Well, I guess that's not a bad way of putting it. A bunch of innocent people. I don't think we should have. I do think of like forcing prisoners, people in jail, and all that. I think it's probably just prisoners, probably not people in jail, right? I think forcing them to work for like nothing is a little like I don't know if that should be part of like their punishment. I need to think about that more, but. Yeah, it's so very obviously different from slavery. First off, they are getting paid something. Secondly, I bet they're fucking treated better than, like, well, most slaves were. I'm sure, like, some of the slaves were, like, probably treated pretty well. Just depending on the owner. God, it sounds weird talking about people like that, but yeah, there's so very obviously a difference. Also, yeah, when you're talking about race shit and then you like throw out the antagonistic white boy like that, yeah, like I would be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? You can obviously be racist towards white people. It's a fucking race. I get it. I get the whole like power thing. Like, you know, white people have the power, so you can't really be racist to them or whatever. I kind of get that understanding of it. I think we should just not be racist to one another. I think. Like, if we're trying to, like, eradicate racism, racism towards white people should be included in that. Well, I feel like it would have to be if you really want change. But anyway, yeah, that's it for me. I have been Cleary, and this has been a video. Thank you, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.